Day 82. It is a mistake to look too far ahead. Only one chain of destiny can be handled at a time. We can only see a short distance ahead, but we can see plenty there that needs to be done. Map out your future, but do it in pencil. That's the quote I have today. Only one chain of destiny can be handled at a time. I was thinking about that today. Is we make so many decisions that affect our long-term future and our long-term just our long-term destiny and our long-term reality. But the decisions that we make that affect that long-term reality are done in the present time. We can only live life on a day-to-day basis. And of course, it's important to map out a plan and have these specific goals and to execute those goals with checkpoints along the way. But throughout that path, you are only living in the current moment that you're in. And you can't do 14 things at once. But what you can do is you can be consistent in this moment. You can choose, no matter the external circumstances of being tired or frustrated or angry or happy or whatever's going on that day, amidst all the external stuff, you can choose the actions and the inputs that you're providing to yourself that day. Like, are you being a good friend to yourself? Are you showing up for yourself? Are you doing the things that you know need to be done, even if you don't feel like doing them? No matter if you're having a good or a bad day, are you truly making present day decisions that really will set you up for the future that you want in 10 years from now? And new variables are going to come up, good and bad, in the roller coaster of life. There's going to be new opportunities that present themselves for the better. There's going to be new challenges that arise that seem like they're for the worst. And you can only see that one chain length ahead. You can't live life, looking ahead. You can't live life in hindsight. And then just, say, hey, I would be doing X, Y, and Z differently, because you're just trying to make the best decisions and put the best inputs in daily with the information that you have in that present day. So again, we live life in the present, but we need to make these decisions and just our routines set up in a way that our daily inputs are really setting us up for success, for the life that we are craving in the long-term gratification of things, the 5, 10, 20-year plan. Because it's easy to live for immediate gratification, and then that 10-year goal and that plan that you're striving for and that you've aimed for takes just one bad season of really bad decisions to then end up somewhere totally in right field and not on that true north of what God made you to be. Don't be hard on yourself. You're going to have seasons where you do better than others, but how do we get back as quickly as we can if we do fall off track? How can we look ourselves in the mirror when we're having a season that isn't our best and admit it to ourselves? Take inventory and say, okay, I got off track, but I'm the one that got me here. I'm getting back on, and I'm going to live how God designed me to live. So again, as it says in the quote, it's a mistake to look too far ahead and stress out about these things, but I do think it's good to have a plan and then live in the present day. Look that one chain length ahead, which is that each day, put in the best inputs that you can, and then eventually that long-term life that you've dreamed of in the physical world and the spiritual world, you'll get there. But it takes daily inputs, it takes daily consistency. So the verses that I have today, it's in the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verses 25 through 27, and it says, "Let your eyes look straight ahead, fix your gaze directly before you. Give careful thought to the paths for your feet, and be steadfast in all your ways. Do not turn to the left or to the right. Keep your foot from evil." Man, I love that. It's perfectly on theme with the quote that I had today. It's like, just keep your eyes focused ahead. Don't let the distractions and the pitfalls and the temptations of evil guide you left or right. Like, I know the kids say, like, the dog mentality. If you like sports, you've probably heard of that. I've referenced it in videos before. And that means something to me as someone that, like, amidst adversity, amidst whatever's going on in their life, they are fixing their focus and their gaze directly ahead. And they're not going to let any other temptation or person that's trying to bring them down or trying to pull something negative out of them, they're not going to let it affect them long term. Not that you're going to be perfect. We're sinners and we fall short for sure. But are we doing our best to fix our eyes ahead? And are we giving careful consideration to the path of our feet? Because, man, this world has a way of getting you down, pulling you down, tripping you up, setting you back. Again, it takes one bad season, or even more specifically, one really bad decision, and you can set yourself miles backward. Even after you've built day after day a really good consistency and a really good pattern for yourself. So be aware of that. Don't think you're invincible. Don't think that you're immortal. You're not. Be intentional, even if you're 10, 15, 20, 50, 80 years old, anywhere in between. Don't feel like you're immortal. Don't feel like bad things can't happen to you, because the minute you get lax and the minute that you, as it says in the Bible, give the devil a foothold, before you know it, you could be down a path that is absolutely not serving you right, and eventually you'll crumble. You'll get to the point where you have to remind yourself and hit rock bottom and say, oh, I can't do it. Oh yeah, I remember. This isn't sustainable on my own. But it's better to look ahead, resist temptation, fix your gaze, be steadfast in all your ways. Don't turn to the left, turn to the right. Don't invite distraction or immediate gratification, but instead keep your foot from evil. Heading into a new week, there's going to be new challenges, there's going to be new distractions, there's going to be new temptations in various seasons of life. But just keeping this verse and this quote about the one chain ahead daily input in my mind and in my heart every day. And I know the future me will thank me for it. And that's day 82.